You are staring at a blank screen, trying to finish that one important project. You have the time, you have the skills, but your brain, it just refuses to move. It is not because you are lazy, it is not because you lack willpower. Your brain is actually working perfectly. It is just trying to protect you from a threat that vanished 10,000 years ago. Why does your mind treat a simple email like a hungry tiger? Think about the last time you had a big decision to make. Maybe it was a career move or just choosing what to eat. You start weighing options, then you weigh them again and again. Suddenly, you are exhausted. This isn't just you being indecisive, it is a biological phenomenon called decision fatigue. Your brain is literally running out of fuel. It consumes 20% of your body's energy, and rumination is the most expensive way to burn it. Why does it choose to burn out on worry instead of action? Most people think this is a character flaw, a lack of focus, a weakness of the mind, but that is not what is actually happening. Your brain is actually doing exactly what it was programmed to do. It is a prediction machine. And for most of human history, the most important prediction was, what is the worst thing that could happen? If you missed a meal, you were hungry. If you missed a predator, you were dead. So your brain learned to prioritize negative information. It is called the negativity bias. And it is why you remember that one mean comment from 3 years ago, but forget the 10 compliments you got today. This bias was a perfect survival tool. One problem: you no longer live in the wild. Your office, your phone, your inbox, none of these can kill you. But your brain has not gotten the memo. It treats an unread email like a rustling in the grass. It triggers the same freeze response that a deer uses when it sees headlights. This is why you feel paralyzed. When you have too much information, your brain isn't failing to process the data, it is trying to survive it. And this is where it gets weird. The more information you have, the worse it gets. We live in an age of infinite data. Your ancestors had two choices: run or stay. You have 2 million. Your frontal lobe, the part of your brain responsible for complex decisions, gets overwhelmed by the sheer volume of variables. It is like trying to drink from a fire hose. When the system is overloaded, it defaults to the most primitive setting: do nothing. That is the paralysis paradox. You want to make the right choice, so you gather more data, which makes the decision even harder to make. So, how do you fix a machine that was built for the savannah but is living in a digital world? The secret is not to fight the biology, but to hack it. Your brain needs to be told that the threat is not real. When you feel that freeze kicking in, stop, acknowledge it. Tell yourself, this is just my ancient brain trying to keep me safe from a tiger that isn't there. By naming the process, you move the activity from the emotional amygdala to the logical frontal lobe. You essentially turn off the alarm by realizing there is no fire. It is not about being smarter, it is about being faster at recognizing your own programming. You are not broken, you are just a high tech machine running software from the Stone Age. Next time you feel that familiar weight of overthinking, remember that it is just a glitch, a relic, a leftover of a world that needed you to be scared to keep you alive. You don't have to be a victim of your own survival instincts anymore. You just have to remind your brain that you are safe,